Welcome everyone, I'm so excited to share with you all the fascinating facts I've learned about swans. These beautiful birds are truly awe-inspiring. Today we're going to explore all things swans, their biology, behaviors, habitats and some interesting stories. Let's dive right in. Swans belong to the Anotidae family of waterfowl birds that also includes ducks and geese. Swans are the largest and heaviest flying birds in this family. Most swan species have long necks and legs that give them their distinctive appearance. When you see a swan gliding effortlessly through the water, it's easy to understand why these birds are seen as symbols of elegance and grace. The largest swan species is actually called the trumpeter swan. Adults of this species can grow up to 5 feet in length with a wingspan of over 7 feet. That's incredible considering they are able to take flight and migrate long distances. The next largest swan is the whooper swan, slightly smaller at around 5 feet long. Both of these swan species can weigh over 20 pounds as adults. No matter their size though, all swans are formidable flyers. They can reach speeds of over 70 miles per hour when in flight. Swans use their long, strong wings and powerful chest muscles to propel themselves through the air. Swan migrations can span thousands of miles between breeding and wintering grounds each year. To many, the sight of a huge V formation of swans in flight must be truly breathtaking. While in the water, their brain awake at a time, allowing them to rest one eye at a time. This helps them stay alert for any threats while sleeping on land or in the water. Swans will often sleep by folding their long necks back and tucking their bills into their feathers to stay warm. Some species even sleep standing up. Much like flamingos, swans have been observed balancing on one leg when resting to conserve body heat. Alright, now let's talk about swan habits around the world. Different swan species live in diverse regions across every continent except Antarctica. For example, black swans are native to Australia and parts of New Zealand. These beautiful birds have jet black plumage and red bills. They often swim gracefully together in flocks on lakes and ponds down under. Meanwhile, whooper swans and tundra swans can be found breeding in Arctic and subarctic regions of North America, Europe and Asia during summer months. Every fall and winter, millions of these swans migrate south in huge V formations to wetland habitats with open water. One of the best places to see them in large numbers is in Chesapeake Bay in the US. Trumpeter swans, on the other hand, are reclusive mountain swan species that nest in remote Alaskan and Canadian regions. They spend the winter at lower elevations. Down in Africa and parts of southern Europe and Asia, mute swans inhabit marshes, rivers and lakes year-round. And did you know the British royal family traditionally owns any unmarked mute swan swimming in open British waters? This goes back many centuries. Let's shift our focus now to talking about swan behaviors. One of the most impressive displays in the animal kingdom is witnessing swan courtship and mating rituals. Every spring and summer, swans form long-lasting monogamous pairs that last throughout their lives. The pair bonds beautifully through an elaborate synchronized dance on the water called billing. With wings spread out and feathers fluffed proudly, the pair will swirl together while gently touching bills. It's truly a sight to behold. After finding a mate, swan pairs work diligently together, building large nests out of reeds, sticks and vegetation. The female swan lays around 5 to 6 white eggs and diligently incubates them for around 35 days until they hatch. Newborn baby swans, or cygnets, are covered in soft grey down feathers. Within a day or two of hatching, the cygnets will leave the nest and follow their parents into the water, where they learn to swim, feed and stay safe from danger. All swan parents are extremely protective of their nests and young cygnets. You do not want to get too close. Both mom and dad swans will vigorously defend the nesting territory from any intruders. With their large wingspans and sharp bills, swans will aggressively chase and even strike at potential threats like predators, humans or other water birds that wander too near the nest. Their intimidating displays are effective at keeping nests safe from harm. While swans may seem peaceful birds when not breeding, they can certainly become grumpy and territorial during nesting season. Much like many other waterfowl, they quickly become agitated and boldly defend themselves and their young from perceived threats. Their reputation for being fierce is well earned. It's best to give all swans a wide berth, especially if you see fuzzy little babies nearby. Sadly, some swan populations face threats from human activities and habitat changes worldwide. The majestic whooper swan and tundra swan are considered vulnerable species according to conservation organizations. Increased development, pollution of wetlands, and illegal hunting in some countries have contributed to declining numbers. Conservation efforts like habitat protection, reduced hunting in migration areas, and special protected reserves for swans are vital to help stabilize populations. With careful management, swans will hopefully continue bringing their grace and beauty to wetlands globally for many generations to come. Well, friends, I hope you now have a greater appreciation for these magnificent water birds after learning about their amazing migrations, complex social behaviors, and conservation challenges. Swans truly thrive as an iconic symbol of beauty, loyalty, and family values found in nature. Next time you see a flock flying overhead or swimming together, take a moment to admire their synchrony and strength. Swans remind us that diversity, cooperation, and caring for future offspring are key ingredients for species survival. I'm so glad we could explore the fascinating world of swans together today. Thank you for listening.